What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode here of Thelastgekko Plays. Today we're going to be checking out Echo Point Nova. What I like about this is just how much fun it is. It's one of those games where I've learned how to just really enjoy coming to a place and just exploring it. You know what I mean? Like, I play this on my nights when I'm just trying to chill a little bit. Totally. Yeah, I play this on the nights that I'm trying to just chill a little bit. Oh, we got a new shotty. This is not the smartest way to go about doing that. But yeah, for the most part, this game has just been an enjoyable experience. I've played this full one, as you guys have seen on my channel, hopefully. If not, well. But, you're an ESL movie. Oh wow, look at that. Headshots, kills, explode. That's a nice find, dude. I love how hidden some of the secrets are under the cloud. I was trying to figure figure out what was that noise that was happening. And yeah, it's I also have the perk on, so I'll explain for people who haven't played the game. It's a first-person shooter that's very exploratory and based on collecting different perks. This is the expansion to the base game. So the base game, you would basically have this giant world where there was literally no solid ground. There was no, like, if I look at the map here, all these gaps that are black you would be in the sky instead of it being water. And under the clouds is literally like, instead now you're all on a solid earth-like platform with water in between, and like you're able to explore the world and the water underneath. I like the fact that you have different types of guns to go through, and the best part is when you have the guns and you're leveling them up, you're getting different benefits from doing that. For instance, on the shotgun, I'm gonna go back to you get a skin for unlocking it fully. Like for this one, you get a higher projectile velocity, makes raising sight 10% slower. It's and you get more things to find over time. So like for instance, since I almost maxed out this one. I'm gonna go back to that one. I maxed out this one, so I'm now just using something else. And then you also have now the option to put stickers on your board, which is dope. I think it like resets often as well. I don't really remember. Slows down the world while I'm in flips. But overall, I've really enjoyed this game purely because it's just something that I can enjoy solo dolo and play. And I'm playing it at the high. I'm playing it at the high difficulty, but it's still like for somebody who's played a bunch of shooters over time, like it's doable. It's not like a crazy amount of difficulty, is what I would like to say. And so what I would do is probably let's go do the scan over here. Have different powers. So like you have grenade, you have wind power. All these things like interact and work effectively with different skills and abilities. It's good. There's a agility orb system, so like for instance, as you can see I have 4 jumps. In the base game they would be a lot more exploration based to find these agility orbs, whereas like in this expansion it's kind of kept contained to like these different biomes and areas where you'll find the agility orbs around different maps and on different scans and different flags and areas. So like I've done pretty much, actually, this will be the last one of the last few before I have this full top quadrant complete. And then there's still all of this bottom section to complete, and then pretty much more scans. So like, it's 29 scans entirely, which feels weird to say that I've only completed 4. But I do think that that's like 1, 2, 2. Three. And 4. And I think that they also have count that there are 2 scans on them. So see, if it tells you, it actually does say that there's 2 scans per biome, where there's like a regular one and then there's a challenge one. So like, I've only gone through and completed the base ones right now. And that's just all I'm trying to do right now. But as I like, once I get through the whole map, I get a little more upgrades and stuff. And yeah, I'm looking to like do it way more. It's plenty of different monsters and enemies. So I'm assuming though, if you're watching this, that you've at least somewhat familiar with what the game has to offer. Like, the expansion really is just a more condensed and focused version of the main game. Only gladiators, no grapple, no board pistols, only unlimited ammo. Oh, that's sick. Let's get it. I have not been using the air ability at all. But as you can see, when I'm moving a front gun now, it's quite a bit. Whoa! One of the most hated enemies I have in the game so far is the floating engineer. It's just super annoying. It takes 2 shots to hit. Oh! Duck hunt. I forgot that I had slow motion as long as I could. It's so much easier than I remember to actually do this. And I'm just doing like a very chill way of doing it right now, or I'm not even necessarily trying super hard. This is crazy, crazy space. That was the one where you like flip all the way over, you turn and you pop. That was sick. But that's what there's basic fundamentals of what you're trying to understand about the game. I think this only opens a new pistol. Granddad. Actually, that's called Granddad. Granada. Out of ammo on me, but I'm still using the X15. Upper power is 5, which is better than this. full auto on that, it's nutty. High bullet volley, high recoil, so it's basically like a deagle almost. These are the same, which is crazy to me. Almost there though. Only gladiators, no gravel pistols, only aluminum ammo. I kind of want to do that though. It's like one of those where like, it's actually kind of making me want to try that. Just from how cool it was. 4. Oh shit.
The cavalry has arrived.
Already, so I'm like, alright, okay, cool. I'll be good. I know what I'm doing. Oh, perfect. Highlight enemies. And it's not automatically like that. To do was this one. This one immediately felt doable just because I'm like, yeah, if it's only gladiators, I'll get it. So if you played any Severed Steel at all, you would feel right in this game. Mechanics. That's why I got so used to flipping in this game, because I'm like, that's the first challenge one that I've done, pretty much ever. What did we get for that? Tactical reload. I'll show you some of the perks that we're working with here. Reloading a weapon with 1 second to kill doubles reload speed. Huh. Interesting. Interesting. That cost 5, which, headshot skills explode is definitely worth. This is worthless, especially now that we have. This is super necessary. Because basically, once you learn how to actually rocket surf, then you just constantly have speed, and you actually go off, then whoop, whoop, and yeah, I've really had fun learning a lot of these different mechanics. What I wanted to point out, Will, was early demos of like for Under the Clouds. This was basically a lot more focused on what's the word? So in the main game, it was focused on the story, and it was like a pretty loosely tied together story of what you were doing. You were a scientist that crash landed on a planet, and then you were basically sent out to try to explore, figure out what was going on, and complete the different objectives. I think there were two or a couple of different antagonists that were like on the planet trying to beat you to whatever they were collecting, and you had to basically try to race them and complete scans and do all that stuff. I felt like the story was a little bit thin for what they could have done with it, but at the end of the day, the game was focused on the movement. What I love about Under the Clouds is that there's this like dialogue with the developer. So like he says, early demos of the game had hit scan weapons. The idea for projectile weapons came when I was testing the game over a laggy connection. The lag made the delay between shooting and scoring a hit, which felt satisfying. So I implemented projectile weapons to explore that more and ended up staying. Like, and it's felt really fun to like explore the different scans and see what the developer was thinking for his own game that he was creating. Because at the end of the day, it's like you don't often get you wouldn't get that sort of feeling over time. Sorry, I'm in a Discord with some friends, and damn, it's very distracting. Just had to lower it down, at least while I'm doing this. But yeah, it's made me realize just how much fun this game is. I definitely want to redo another playthrough of the game, or do a completionist run. Like, my suit should not be yellow. I don't know why my suit's yellow, but let's make it the color that I want. And what they implemented into Under the Clouds was this day and night cycle, if you haven't noticed. Whereas in the main game, you were basically in this. It felt like almost like a void where you were just kind of in it. There wasn't really anything super clear about it. And that's why these are still white, because I haven't finished both. If that makes sense. But now, it's a lot more clear. Once you learn how to like, I definitely haven't mastered the movement of this game. Let's just be real with you. I'm a noob, but I know how to play the game and do things, and what I've found success in. Like, I can kind of tell my distancing and jumps and what's important, what's not. But there's videos of people speedrunning and doing shit. There's crazy stuff that's like way out of my wheelhouse right now. But as I play more of the game and enjoy it, it will be possible to explore that movement, tech, and stuff like that. I don't like. I'm wondering, can you rocket start while grinding up a wall? These are the questions that come to mind. See how much air you can get. This. Sorry, I'm just like, I'm not gonna fall here. Ooh, good up. So yeah. One of the main things I love about this game is it's just super not hate them more than like kind of detest them. EPN's development time was about 3 years. During the first half, I was working 7 seasons on three simultaneous. It's hard to see how long EPN would have taken if they had my full focus from the start. To be honest, probably like a year and a half, dude. I'm trying to speak in a manner that's understanding of how people are, I mean, how much work went into these games instead of being like judgmental. Where for me, I feel like it could have been done quickly for sure, but like that's not really the point. I think that all the experience and stuff that happened was like necessary. Don't even follow me. We got one more, right? Oh, nice. We have 3 hats. 3 breakpoints. That's huge. And so, like, as you can see, like, the reason why I'm not sure if you guys can hear it or not. It's much nicer to be able to hear, hear the different sonar little peeps and stuff. It's like a nice part of the exploration. Well, for me, did I not finish this? Oh, there's nothing there to scan. Okay, so there's got to be one more thing here that I didn't get. Anything that's not fully green is not been fully cleared. Got it. Anyway, I just wanted to stream for the amount of time that I did have. It's about to be 11 o'clock, so I'm gonna call it here. We'll do one more scan and then call it there. That's the way I want to do it. But I did want to say to the developer, did a fantastic job with EPN. I was pulled into Severed Steel and very much so loved how challenging it was, as well as how interesting like the mechanics were. Like it was, since I was playing that alongside Ghost Runner, it was my chill version of Ghost Runner. Where Ghost Runner felt a lot more like cutthroat. It just felt like a good game to pop on, play, and in the base EPN campaign, points of interest were easy to find because every island one. In this expansion, points of interest are often hidden underwater or within a forest. So I decided to give every fast travel point a brave beacon to help players find the action. That's fair. Whoa. Mines are some of the most scary enemies when you first encounter them. New hat and a perk point. Not him. Someone like him. Oh wait, you're coming out of the water. You are. It's so funny sometimes. You're like, where are these people? What I do like about this game is the sonar is pretty widespread, so you can challenge it. And it's very reminiscent of the Halo 3, Halo sonar that you would get. Where at? Let me make sure. It's right here. And we'll call it. There's Are there things about Echo Nova that I think could be done a little bit better? Probably. But I also like turned off the bloom and stuff that was annoying. But I'm like, I'm not a critic of video games. I'm just somebody who can describe why I enjoy something and why I may not. That's the best way to put it. I'm not looking to be a critic. I'm not looking to be like, oh, this is not good because I know exactly why. I've never done the game in my life, bro. Interesting is the best way to put it. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just a big thing that goes back and forth. And I just don't care for it. I'm also curious of where are these ability works? And I'm like, oh, it literally just floating in the sky. Apparently. These are how they would be normally in a base game. Like you'd have to like ascend different mountain tops and skies and hold it all together. Like, I'm here to beat. Why? Oh, ho ho ho, dude! I'm telling you, bro. Sometimes you just find stuff. DMR, that's one of my faves. But I'm one of those people who are like, I gotta get through. I gotta get through first. I'll use this one first. You bullets no longer have drop from gravity. Oh, that's crazy. Sounds we can't hear shots, but it sounds set to lower. But yeah. I'll just get the skin on you with some big deal for me. You're done, so. You're almost done. You are almost done. So yeah. I think that's where we will call it, my friends. Look forward to more of this. So there's also a co-op for this game, which I find to be pretty awesome. So definitely grab it when it's on sale. I think it's one of those games that will be taken slow as updates are released for it. Even if it's something where like they could put a lot. There's already workshops and stuff. Like I'll show an example. If I were to put the bloom on, it changes everything. Like it gives everything a light. See that? It gives everything like a nice little gleam. It shows up a little bit brighter, but it hurts my eyes. That's why I turn. That's why I turn. It's not for me. At the end of the day, the details are good. I like how it looks. It looks pretty good to me, man. And I feel like over time, I I'm somebody who played Terraria for years and really enjoyed all the updates until like I grew out of the game. It's not like anything's wrong with Terraria now. It's more just like I'm 31 and I haven't logged back on to any of my old worlds. I lost them. I'm not really progressed. I've moved on in my gaming life, but it's one of those things where you start to realize like some things are worth it to just enjoy the ride of. So there's no way I still have that perk adrenaline, bro. Apparently I do. Shotgun shoot one extra pellet. Shotguns knock back enemies. That's a hard one to put on for 5. Oh yeah, that does. I like the shotgun a lot. That changes everything. See what I'm saying? That makes it so that you have slow-mo active at all times. That's a good part to have combined together. But yeah, back to reading this. Sever Steel and EP and figuring out the gameplay and action and level design came first. The story and lore were added at the end to explain whatever gameplay and world we came up with. For the next game, I might start with the setting and lore first. I think you should, man. You've now shown that you have the ability to. Hold on a second. You have the ability to create a story that's worthwhile, to create something that's interesting, and I mean, to create a game world that's impacted, responsive, and hand tactile. Now you should lead with the story first, or even simultaneously build upon what you already know, use the metrics that you already know how to do well, and then actually create a cohesive story. Because, like I said, it felt like the story was slapshot, but did you make a game so that's that expansive and that large? What do you expect? But I'm looking forward to their next project, and regardless, like I like the story of Severed Steel more than EPN. Because the Severed Steel had a very straightforward get to the top of the tower and free yourself as from whatever you were. They tested on you, they made you a robot, all that. This was like more or less just like, oh, we're in a it felt like a PS1, PS2 games, PS1 game story, where you're just like, or even a Flash game story, where you're like, this is happening, this is happening, this is going here, what's going on next? And I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it because of how the gameplay made it feel. But beyond that, it was not so deep. And I think that what's important to know is that as I move into my older age, I'm not really looking for deeper experiences within the video games because I'm getting enough of that in my real life. I'm looking for games to just enjoy. And what I can really say about this expansion is that I have loved just playing it and vibing to a couple levels. And that's what I call them. Like me going to find the levels are what I call them. Like I might do like 2 levels, 3, and then go to sleep. Like right now I'm up beyond my time just because that's what I want to do. But regardless, I want to call it here, guys. So thanks for watching the stream. Hopefully I can get a little bit more stream time tomorrow. Actually, I should be able to. We're going to be playing some Fell Seal as well as more Echo Point Nova. So thank you all for watching. Stay tuned for more. Glory to the Father, to the Son, and to the Holy Spirit, now and forever to the ages of ages. Amen. Good night.